Hello my friends, this is the video that I made on SOFI on January 11th when the price of this asset was, as you can see right here, at $14.15. And at this very point my main assumption was that we potentially might have another leg to the downside that should complete the bottom of the C wave. And then we might have a trend reversal. And guys, take a look right here. We were at this point, we broke this range of support to the downside, but instead of moving further to the range of about $12, SOFI basically had a trend reversal. And for now, it is retesting its previous swing high. And this is a quite interesting case because, first of all, I have to admit that I was wrong with my prediction. And it is nothing but that I didn't catch its next movement. I have to admit that in general, my win rate on SOFI in particular is about 70%. This means out of 100 predictions, 70 of them are 100% correct and 30 of them are incorrect. And it is totally okay. And guys, I want to be very transparent with you. That is why I do not try to hide this information that my previous video made a false prediction. So, and if you want to know more about technical analysis, if you want to enhance your trading skills, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to join my Patreon account, where for the $35 a month you will be able to drastically enhance your trading skills. On top of that, guys, for now I added the gold tier for limited 10 vacant places, and the only difference in between these two tiers is this one. Discord access member will have all the data for the potential trades, for the potential tickers that you should be aware of. But the gold tier members will have the exact setups with the stop loss and take profit orders. They will have the exact notifications when and how they should trade certain asset. On top of that, for each and every member, I will do a weekly 30 minutes Zoom calls in order to answer their question and in order to teach them how to properly use technical analysis and how to be a successful trader. That is why, guys, for some of you, this might be a game-changer opportunity, and if you want to drastically enhance your trading skills, feel free to invest in yourself.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And guys, let's take a look again at its price action. I have to admit that this movement to the upside was quite impressive. From its lowest point to its current range, it gained about 15% to its value, and I have to admit that it happened basically within just 3 sessions. And for now, guys, we are retesting this previous stop, the top of our B wave. And to be honest, I'm a bit confused from the technical standpoint. Everything I will show you within just several minutes, but for now let's take a look at its fundamentals. What was the reason of this quite substantial movement to the upside? Despite the fact that yesterday the entire market, pretty much the entire market was in green, and we know that just yesterday it was a new CPI data that basically pushes the prices of all the stocks to the upside. We have several news that is directly related to SOFI in particular. And let me show you this news. I want to pay attention to the William Blair forecast on SOFI that they published just yesterday. And let me show you that wait a second. William Blair initiates coverage of SOFI Technologies with outperform recommendation. And I have to admit that they didn't specify the price target, but in general, outperform rating is a very, very good sign. On top of that, if you take a look right here, if you click on this tiny round icon, you can see that Citigroup has maintained a buy rating for SOFI Technologies and raised the price target to $18 per share from a previous target of $12.5. And these two news was definitely quite substantial catalyst for SOFI stock, and that is why, guys, we pretty much broke the bearish pattern that was on the table about a couple of weeks. And for now, guys, I have to admit that as I already mentioned, I'm a bit confused about its breakouts below crucial point and above crucial point, but everything I will show you within just several minutes. On top of that, guys, I want to pay attention to this chart. As you can see, SOFI Technologies institutional ownership is at extremely high levels, and it is the highest level ever. This means more and more institutional investors want to have SOFI in their investment portfolios. And I have to admit that I am bullish on SOFI, but this retracement definitely was extremely anticipated, because take a look right here. If I zoom out to a daily time frame and turn off all the drawing tools, wait a second, I will show you like this. You can see that this asset from the beginning of August of this year went to the upside, and it gained mind-boggling 180% within just 36 days. And this retracement to the downside, I told you that we have to have at least 20% movement to the downside. And guys, take a look right here. This asset had about 21.5% of downside movement within wait a second, from its highest point to its lowest point. It made it within just 24 days. And technically, I have to admit that yes, potentially this is more than enough to have a healthy retracement. We have a set of lower highs and lower lows. And by the way, guys, let's continue with the technical analysis. But before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell, and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, we have a set of lower highs and lower lows, and in general we can assume that this is something as a bullish flag that usually breaks to the upside. On top of that, guys, if I switch to hourly time frame, let me show you that my previous assumption that we've completed ABC correction on a smaller scale to this bottom, to $13.72, and then we could have another leg to the upside that should complete the B wave on a slightly bigger scale, and then we had to have one more leg to the downside that should complete the C wave. And from the technical standpoint, somewhere here would be a much better range of support, because it would be much healthier, I would say. But nothing bad with this movement to the upside that pretty much broke this pattern. And to be honest, guys, it is very difficult to assume that we have completed A, B, C correction to this point. Then we have 1, 2, because the retracement to the second wave cannot break the bottom of initial wave. And this is another quite tricky part. Probably, guys, let me delete this one. And it is also just my assumption. We might have something like this. We might have this entire wave is a W wave, this is the X wave, and this is the Y wave. And potentially, yes, this might be the end of the entire retracement. And from this point, guys, we have to have 5 waves, 5 impulsive waves to the upside. Then we have to have 3 waves to the downside. And on the retracement, we have a decent chance to re-enter the long position, because it will be assigned 5 waves to the upside and 3 waves to the downside. Let me mark it, and first of all, let me try to make a breakdown of this wave. Well, it is another tricky part. But in general, guys, the Elliott wave theory is following 5 waves to the upside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, should followed by the 3 waves to the downside. From this point we might have ABC, and the C point is the perfect level. Wait a second, I will turn on the wave itself in order to make it easier to see. And this the bottom of the C wave is the perfect contender to accumulate your long position, because potentially it might be only the first wave on a bigger scale. But here, guys, this movement to the upside, wait a second, this movement to the upside is extremely choppy, and it is very difficult to count these waves. And unfortunately for now, guys, I see only 2 waves in it. Probably we might have another extension in its movement, and for now, guys, I see only this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it is the first wave. This is ABC second. 1, 2, probably 3 will be the top of our third one. Then we might have another retracement to the fourth one, and fifth wave should hit a little bit higher targets. But then, guys, we might have this ABC correction that will lead us to the potential entry point. And I have to admit that first of all, we have to break this previous swing high, and probably the top of our third wave is already here. Then we have to have a retracement and another push to the upside that will potentially land somewhere at the range of resistance, and we have several of them, all the way up from 16 to maybe $16.4. And to be honest, this movement to the upside for now has only 2 waves. And this means, guys, another possibility is following. This might be A wave, B wave, and C wave. And if it is the case, in this case, we might have another 5 legs to the downside that will land again a little bit lower. And that is why, guys, I'm a bit confused about this price action, because I have to see more clear picture out of this movement. That is why, guys, in my opinion, it is still quite risky to enter your long position right here, despite the fact that we potentially completed the retracement on a bigger scale. At the same time, guys, the clarity will protect your capital from the unnecessary losses. That is why, guys, if you want to know more about technical analysis, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and see you guys and girls in the next video. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm back.